Now we're going to get into a really cool subject. It's been said that the only thing we can consider the truth in our world is astrology. It's been around for billions of years. Think about it. The planets have been there for billions upon billions upon billions of years. Longer than we can count as humans, or even the Earth. And it may seem pretty out there for a lot of you, but it has been scientifically been proven time and time again to be a powerful and somewhat uncanny tool for identifying opportunities, trends, and providing invaluable insight. J.P. Morgan once remarked, "Millionaires don't have astrologers, billionaires do." And he wasn't kidding. Billionaires and wildly successful people in history and present day use the powerful insight of astrology. People like Benjamin Franklin, all of the founding fathers of the United States, Albert Einstein, Winston Churchill, the late President Reagan and First Lady Nancy Reagan, former British Prime Ministers Margaret Thatcher and Tony Blair, and shoot, even Jesus Christ is quoted as saying in the Bible, in Luke 21:25, "There will be signs in the sun, the moon, and the stars." Want to accomplish and obtain what you desire? It's time to look to the stars, planets, and astrology for insight. Take a minute to close your eyes and visualize the entire sky above you, through the earth below you, and every aspect of the cosmos surrounding you. Well, your astrology chart is basically just that. A personalized map of the cosmos with you at the very center. At any given moment in time, these planets are in different positions and angles around you. When determining your astrological chart, you can choose any moment in time to cast your map of where these planets will be. However, the most common point of reference is to cast this map or chart around the moment of your birth. This is your natal chart, and it's where the sun was located at that exact time. This point is also where your zodiac sign is determined. The zodiac is contained with a band that exists around the sun and consists of 12 houses or signs that most people are familiar with. And these are Aries and Taurus and Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. This chart, or your sun sign, if you're not familiar with it, can tell you details that affect every aspect of your life, whether that's emotional, physical, social, or spiritual. Although your sun sign chart is a powerful tool, it doesn't take into consideration the astrological influence of other planets. In level 5, you learn that everything in the world vibrates and has a unique frequency, even you. Well, the same can be said for all of the other planets. In fact, you can go on YouTube right now and listen to the music of the other planets. In the early 90s, when Voyager 2 cruised past Jupiter, Saturn, and Uranus, it picked up distinct electromagnetic wave and particle oscillation frequencies of those planets, which were then translated into sound. And just as your vibration and frequency have an effect on everything you do, the vibrations and frequencies of the entire cosmos have an effect on you. As the planets vibrate their frequencies, they can counteract and intermingle with your personal vibration or the vibrations of your meditations and mantras. These planetary vibrations, although always present, have varying effects on you, and that depends on the planet's angle and location in relation to you. That's why, as the Earth and planets revolve around the sun and come into varying proximity to each other, certain days and times are more powerful. Just as these planetary energies can throw you for a loop or seemingly make your life challenging, think Mercury retrograde. When Mercury moves backwards, it throws a wrench into travel and communication. And they don't have to always be bad. They can also have some serious energy boosting effects. You can focus their good effects and take advantage of the portal of time you are coming in contact with, and this could be their energy of career, relationships, health, wealth, or other areas to help boost your life. Now, Vedic astrology uses the sidereal zodiac, where traditional Western astrology uses the tropical zodiac. The sidereal system defines the signs based on the fixed stars. The tropical system defines it based on the position of the vernal or spring equinox. The difference between these two systems is a difference of about 23 to 30 degrees. Although both systems are considered correct, when consulting your Vedic chart, you should look at your chart nearly one full sign back. So, if you are an Aries in the Western system, you are likely a Pisces in the Eastern system. It's not always the case, so you should always look at them separately. In some people's opinions, the sidereal zodiac more closely resembles the actual position and apparent movements of these constellations or signs. Vedic astrology also takes into account more of your karmic tendencies. However, I definitely recommend, in order to be as comprehensive as possible, that you consistently take in both perspectives. I personally really like to rely on Vedic astrology. Now, I've used astrology in many things in my life before. I've used them for product launches, and when I've launched products in my business, I've been extremely successful when I consult with my astrologer and actually my mother, and I look for these dates that are actually really good and where energy is aligned to help bring successful businesses and revenue. I've even used it to sign agreements with other parties so that our energies are aligned with each other, and so that when we sign these agreements, only fruitful actions can come and no miscommunication can happen. I've used it for all kinds of things in my life, and I use it pretty regularly. I highly suggest checking it out and possibly even tapping into the powers of astrology for what you are doing in your future. Now it's time to put astrology to work for you. Two great resources for astrological insights and more in-depth resources are astrology.com, which takes a Western approach to astrology, and astroved.com, which is an Eastern or Vedic approach. Take a few minutes to visit both of these astrology sites. Compare and contrast your signs with the two different systems. Remember, if you are an Aries in the Western system, you are most likely a Pisces in the Eastern or Vedic system. Pisces is Aquarius, and so on. Over the next month, at a very minimum, read your Western and Vedic horoscopes. Where do the two systems differ for you? What characteristics, events, and energies resonate more? Where are there overlaps and similarities? Where are the differences? Write these down in your project book. As you start to pay attention to how the energies of the planets affect your life, you can start to harness their powers to continue to create what you want.